America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Posting of parts of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code is amended, known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Any members of the public who wish to speak shall each have 3 minutes. We have a special. Members of the public who wish to speak. Okay. We'll move to item number 1, which is the minutes of the June 18th and June 25th meetings. Guess we could have taken the retirees thing first.
Motion for the minutes of the June 18th and the June 25th special meeting.
There's a discrepancy on the minutes. We've got June 16th. On the agenda, we've got June 18th. 16th Monday, 18th is Wednesday. One of them wrong.
We had a Monday meeting.
Okay, so the agenda should say the 16th.
Have the 18th and 25th here. The 16th wasn't on the agenda. It should, I guess, be on the next agenda.
The minute shows been on the 16th though.
Okay, that's what Maria talked, I had given her those minutes, but they weren't on the agenda. And that's what she copied y'all. I guess, to go in your book.
We have a June 16th. Was the meeting on the 16th?
I'm looking.
So it'll have to be a
There
Monday.
was on, it was a Monday.
We don't have one.
Yeah.
So it's Monday the 16th.
So the motion would be for the 16th and the 25th.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is that the motion?
Yes, ma'am. Second.
All in favor, aye? Motion carried. Item number 2 is budget transfers and amendments.
Make a motion for the budget transfer for moving.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 3, approve and pay the bill. Do we want to go down and take a couple of these out of order?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Let's do that. Let's go to item number 10, which is to discuss cost of living increase for retirees. We have a lot of visitors today, and we'd love to hear some comment from y'all. I think we know why you're here, to encourage us to do an increase.
Absolutely, yes. First off, I want to thank you for your time.
Why don't you come up here a little closer?
Please.
We want to thank you for your time. I know you have a long agenda, and I'm going to be brief. And first of all, what I want to say, our focus for today is the fact that the retirees of Freestone County have not received, yes, just kidding, have not received a pay increase since 2009. A long time. And that's a long, long time.
Yes.
And our mission today is to request that we work on the 2026 budget, and
Yes.
keep us in mind
Yes.
to do what is possible to get us leveled up, more or less.
Yes.
And I was hoping that I could do some good work to make things easier, but TAC only deals with you guys. And so my hands are tied on that. And also, can I ask you when you start working on the budget?
We're on it right now.
Are you on it now?
Yes.
Okay.
We surely are.
Okay. Could we get a courtesy call whenever it gets, if you need us?
Okay.
You can call.
We'll probably, we may have a special meeting between now and the next meeting,
Okay.
but we will be talking about it surely at the next meeting.
Which
Also,
will be
um,
the
2 weeks from
regular
today.
scheduled meeting, or?
It's a scheduled meeting.
Are those on the online also?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be checking on those too.
Today is the 2nd, the 16th. It'll be the 16th.
Okay, and basically, that's really all I have to ask you to say this morning. But there is one more thing that I want to bring to your attention. Yesterday, I received some letters from some former employees that couldn't be here today because they lived away or whatever, but they're voicing their opinion on wanting this. And there's a couple of letters there that are rather personal information from some of our employees, and I just didn't want to get into it. But if y'all read it and feel it,
Yes, some of it is a
it
little
should
more
be.
medical stuff in here, so I'd rather not have this minutes and put it into the record, but we could just say that we got one from Janet Regillo, and that we got one from Janet Bolger, and that we got one from Betty McGinn. All right, I'll let you keep this, and if somebody would like to read it in between, they can, or
Okay.
put it into the minutes.
Okay, and that's really all I have. You guys have any comments you want to make?
Well, I haven't talked, of course, to any of the commissioners about their thoughts about it, but I would say that I am surely in favor of looking at a cost of living raise. That's just one person, because, you know, we can't be talking about making an agreement, but
Well,
it's on the agenda, so if you would like to comment, anybody, you can surely do that.
Well, I want to get educated on how, you know, so it's through the retirement
Yes.
system. And then any up, it's on
Yes.
us to, it's
Yes.
from the county,
Yes.
okay?
We would look at the increase in the percentage, and next meeting, I'll have a little more information that you can look at, because we'll be talking about that too, where we are on that retirement stuff. But yes, we will have information.
And on that meeting on the 16th, what is supposed to be, right?
Sure, okay.
Got you.
Yep.
See you guys later. Thanks for
Good to see
listening.
you.
I can hardly see her back here, but I know where it is. Come on up here. Come on up here, come on.
Well, we're just here to support their retirees, you know, so whatever Carolyn said.
Okay.
Whatever.
Whatever she said.
Well, that's a lot of
Take
community.
a lot of consideration there when you say that, you know. All right.
Thanks
Thank
again.
y'all.
Thank you all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Chrissy. Yes,
Bye,
you.
Carolyn.
Thank you. Good to see y'all. Some faces I hadn't seen in a while. Yes, yes.
Present.
She was here for, she was here when I came, so I don't know.
Yeah, she was, when I was, I'd come
Yeah.
in, she was in there, way back there. Carolyn used to, my son, Daddy, he took his meetings forward. We had several days a week, we need to go over that meeting. Carolyn then would babysit Cam over there, and I already on the spot, Daddy was his baby.
Is there anything else that we need to discuss? Let's see Perfect, pay some bills. So we're back on number 3 to approve pay the bills. Any discussion?
Same old thing, inmates are equal to.
They are. Where's the sheriff? Where'd he go? Yep, we're in a narrow straight there.
Hey, Devin, on the inmates, I take it the lower their number is, the longer they've been here. Does that make sense?
we were just talking about our inmate situation, looking at the numbers.
We got
Not the
80.
numbers, the amounts.
Yeah,
of
we
money.
got 80 today. 80 inmates. It's,
How many of them's in county or out of county?
Well, we have 38 here,
yeah, we got 38 here right now.
so the rest is out of county.
I'm gonna be trying to contact a couple more places because the places we now have are getting full now with our people.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
a never-ending battle, but it has been for a while. It's just, at this point, we've reached our,
Since the last time we discussed it, has there been any court dates for some of the people that have been in there a long time and costing us so much money? Has any of that picked up a little bit?
I wouldn't know who's been put in and out through that process. I just know that court's been running. I mean,
Yeah, I'd have to see the names of who you're talking about to know, but if they're a filed case, they're gonna come every month to court. Some of which, I don't know what medical bills you're looking at, but I'm assuming some of them are filed cases that we've had in there for a while, and some might be new arrests where
Yeah.
they're, right, they haven't really come to court yet. Again, I'd have to look at the names with you.
I will
figure
say
that
that, we've been in a bind for a couple of weeks now because when court comes up, we've got people everywhere. I've had to send 4 transports in one day before. And that left us with basically me sitting in a chair ready for any call that came in because I had to send everybody else out on transport. Chief, our court security, I mean, anybody I got. So we're running into a bind going to 5 different places trying to pick people up.
And that follows up too with medical. So if you have various medicals, now you're gonna tie up at least 2 deputies. And that's probably 4 to 5 hours of doing a medical, transporting them back to Henderson or Falls County. Or, you know, we've kind of breaking away from the limestone, freestone, which have been historically, we've had them housed, but logistically, you know, trying to balance the needs of the court and the needs of the county have become a true challenge as far as manpower and stuff like that. So, like you said, I mean, I've done doctor runs, sheriff's done doctor runs, just so we can keep people out on the road, but it's gonna be a challenge until we get it resolved.
Are the out-of-county inmates grouped to where they're being provided the same defense attorney?
We looked at trying to do that and we couldn't do that because some places won't take them, other places might. So we can't, it's not gonna be possible.
And I've communicated that with Misty along with notifying Sheena that, hey, these next upcoming court days, if you have people that in Falls County or in Henderson County, try to get them on the same court date, because the last court run, we had people from Falls County coming, people from Henderson County, and then the next day we had to go back and get people from Henderson County for the next court day.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the logistics of it's challenging.
Right. I'm glad y'all are communicating anyway. I mean, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed, none, motion carried. Item number 4 is payroll. Looks like our little admin time thing is being beneficial.
Make a motion to approve the payroll.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carried. All right, item number 5. For reports, we have the extension agents. We also have big volunteer fire department. They had 1 structure fire for June, 3 grass fires, 10 MVC, motor vehicle collisions, I'm assuming that means.
I'm sorry, do what?
And the miscellaneous, 14, okay. 28 calls, 28 calls. Any other reports? I guess we just got the sheriff's report, so.
You got the
All right, we have a motion to accept the reports.
I make a motion.
county,
I make a motion to accept the report.
Second.
county aid.
Yes.
She recognizes.
We did, okay.
If you'd like to see any of those reports, the county clerk will have those. We have a motion and a second, all to accept the reports, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried. Item number 6, burn ban,
All right.
no action.
I hadn't heard of anybody, y'all.
No, I
No.
Lucky that we haven't heard one.
So far, so good. The worst is yet to be. I'm
Oh,
afraid.
yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Item number 7, special road use agreements. None. No action. Approve bonds and education certificates. Happy days, I have a certificate of completion for the cybersecurity awareness training for me. Yay. Put it off to the last minute. And if you haven't done yours, the time is coming shortly. All right, we'll go to item number 9. Wait, do we have a motion to accept the bonds for education certificates?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Item number 9, the Time Clock Plus software, timekeeping service presentation.
Yes, ma'am. We can go last if you'd like.
Sir,
We can go last. It'll take a little bit of time.
take a little bit of time.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go down to number 11 then, which is discuss and consider Freestone County give authorization to issue requests for proposals for administrative services as a disaster recovery management service provided to complete application and project implementation and request for qualifications, RFQs for engineering services for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, public assistance, hazard mitigation assistance funding. That is a lot of stuff. Now, we talked about this before, and is this something that we need to have in place now, or do we wait until we actually have some funding that we will be needing to have administered?
What this will do, Rob with GrantWorks, thank you, is a broad procurement. There is some, the county is eligible right now under DR 5552 for funding, and then with the floods that y'all just had, I know TDM was here, there'll probably be a disaster declaration. Sorry. My bad. I thought I turned it off, maybe I turned it on. But it's a broad procurement that you'll be ready so that you don't have to be in a rush when that money does come available, whether it's through the Water Development Board, FEMA, TDM, that again, that there is some money out there right now that the county could apply for. So this will be, you're pre-positioning yourself to have us have an administrator and have an engineer on board ready to apply for those funds.
Discussion.
And your cost is a percentage of what we receive?
Sir? Yes,
Your
the administration.
Would only be a percentage?
Yes. And as Michelle reminded, that this would be for a 5-year period. There's no retainer fee. We're just there ready. As that money comes available, we'll reach out to you and ask if y'all would want to apply under that particular DR funding.
Our last disaster, when we had all that flooding and all that stuff, That's been, what, a year or so ago?
It was in May.
Last May.
Have we heard anything about that? I mean, what's the status of that? Anybody know?
There was a meeting last week, so they called and asked me some questions on stuff that I turned in.
We did a
That's
lot.
what I've turned everything in they've asked for.
Yeah, we turned in a lot of paperwork. It's been over a year. I think I showed you this too.
But I think what we applied for there, that's different than,
This is a grant,
Yeah,
this
this-
is like grants.
Yeah, yes.
This is totally different deal.
I'm for having them on retainer, no cost to the county, and working on a percentage basis.
And we can just decide at the time, we can decide if we want to participate or not.
Yeah. I think it's the best thing we can do.
That a motion?
Now,
Figure out
now,
how to say that.
if we do have, some loss or some, grant that's available, you would come to us first before we apply and do everything.
Yes, correct, yeah, we
Okay.
come to you, say this
This is
DR
what's
opened
available,
up.
and this is where we are.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and
Just
then start the
clarify.
process.
Yes.
Our FEMA services team would reach out.
And who are y'all with? What's the name of your?
Grant Works,
Grant Works, and y'all done work for us before?
yeah, we handled your ARPA, we're handling the
Long,
ARPA
long
funds.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time. Grants of- always something.
I'll make a motion to give authorization to issue requests for proposals for administrative services as disaster recovery management service provider to complete application, project implementation, request for qualifications.
Just what it says on
Engineering
there.
services, federal management, all that.
All that. She's trying to write over here, it's really just what's on there, so.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor, aye. Motion carried. Now, and so you'll be looking for grants also that might help us, that'd be good, thank you. All right. Item number 12. We have a little confusion on here. This says to nominate Mandy Chavers for the Solid Waste Committee for Hot Top. Well, this came in as an email, and we really should have just had it to nominate someone for the Solid Waste Committee. I know the lady at Hot Dog would like to have had Mandy to do it, but Mandy is really busy and will be busier for a while until she gets everything kind of lined out and straightened out. So I don't know that, now she wants to, I'm not saying you can't if you want to, I'm just saying we understand that we may need to get someone else that would serve on that to give you a little help. They have 2 meetings a year. So if anyone would like to volunteer to be on that committee,
I'm committed out, Judge.
everybody's looking the other way so they won't get picked. We don't have to decide today. If y'all want to think about it, if anybody would volunteer, we would love to have a volunteer. We do get help on that solid waste committee. Whenever there's money available, then we can put our 2 cents worth in and maybe get some things that we might not get if we didn't have somebody on there working for us.
It helped us in the past.
It has.
Tired, so
It
it'll
has.
save us a lot of money.
It sure has.
I don't mind doing it just 2
Happy
times a year.
days. Make a motion, quick.
How much more is it?
That's a second? All in favor, aye.
I'm just gonna say, if I need any help, I'm gonna be calling out to you. That's part of the deal.
But having somebody there and hearing what's available is important. Thank you so much. That went pretty quick. Item number 13 is to discuss travel reimbursement policy. Do we want to do that today, or are you still wanting to think about what?
I gave y'all the packet with the travel policy and what tax said. I attached the email, the per diem rates for Texas and our current travel request. I have, the copy of the repayment for traveling and training of what was discussed in the email.
Okay. If you'll look at the information that was sent from Hallie Beaver, we might want to look at that, see if we want to change our amounts. Another thing,
She was saying the repayment on training was more of a civil matter versus an enforcement.
it is something we need to think about. Yeah. You're talking about reimbursing the county if they leave within a certain, maybe we need to get more of a policy on that too. Does that even work in with this though?
She said it's not really a policy matter, it's more of a civil matter. We can't really incorporate that into a travel policy.
So you saying that if somebody went to a training in my office and then they left, because we always try to get reimbursed, they leave in 6 months or a year, we might have trouble getting back the money we spent for them to go to the training?
Well, that really is kind of a different issue. We're talking about two different things, aren't we?
I think so. This is
Yeah.
just about travel.
It's all
Yeah,
kind
this
of-
is just about travel for today. But we can surely put that on, we need to put that on to get that clarified. And sure, we've already had it on this one. So what we'll put on for this next will be reimbursement issues.
I do think that's an important aspect of our policy here because
Yeah.
we've obviously, through the years that we've been here, we've had a lot of people leave right after they got trained. And,
Sure.
you know, until we put the policy in my office, we just lost money. But now we've got the policy and we've actually recouped some money.
Well, maybe we need to look at your policy whenever we're talking about this, and maybe we can get some good ideas from it.
And I think as far as policy goes, our whole onboarding and offboarding, I know we have a way of doing it, but I know we overlook things as far as people's files getting canceled and people remembering to call IT to cancel an email and stuff like that. So I think that we need to work on
All of that.
policy for onboarding and offboarding, which would be to always hold the last check till we can verify that they don't owe us money for going somewhere that not being
I think
here.
we can not only money, key fobs and all kinds of things that we need to firm up. Okay.
Withheld, we can't withhold a check, we still have to pay them minimum wage out of it.
What we need to work on is the elected officials getting the information to you in time to have that all taken care of.
We do have a
before the check
checklist
goes
for
out.
onboarding,
Yeah.
offboarding.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the niche right there that we need to work on.
Yeah, I think that was more of an issue in the past. I don't necessarily know if that's still an issue now.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Try to work on that.
Yeah, I just think we need to update the policy. I just think it's it's all.
And not just your department.
No, I don't even know if it's my department, I'm just saying, I know we tried to work
It's
on that
not,
because it's been
I'm
it's
saying-
not just your department.
Yeah.
No. A lot of times, never mind. No need to say. Too much information. Okay.
As far as
Do y'all want to
reimbursement,
take,
well,
I'm sorry, do y'all want to look at this, see how we might want to amend it and bring it back next time?
Motion to table.
Yeah.
Second.
We'll work on this, and we'll have that other on the next agenda. Item number 14 is to designate the tax assessor collector to calculate no new revenue tax and voter approval rate and whatever else. I know it seems foolish, but an officer or employee designated by the governing body shall calculate the no new tax rate and the voter approval tax rate for the tax community per the statute, chapter 26 of the tax code. So do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
And what is your motion?
Point Dan to,
There you go.
yeah,
The tax
okay.
assessor collector will do that. Okay,
Lieutenant Dan.
that's the motion. All right, we have a second. All in favor, aye.
Have you done it yet, Dan?
Yeah. You got it.
asked.
You got it. Get it out, baby.
I bet you have.
We're thinking about it, hadn't done it yet, what are you thinking of?
Yeah, and we'll have it first part of next week.
Yeah.
Have you received all the information that you need?
July 25th, which is
Yeah.
Friday. Come out later.
Except the actual amount that we won't get till the end of July.
I won't have everything to even get started on the process.
Till
July-
July
July
8th for the appraisal district.
Yeah. Which is the last Friday.
At least now you won't be waiting on us.
That's right. It's not like he didn't know anyway that he was going to be the one to do it, but thank you, Dan, for that. Appreciate you volunteering. Item number 15, to discuss the Natchez and Trinity Valley Groundwater Conservation District contested permit matter. Now, I don't know that we have anything new. I do think they are filing things and that people having meetings, and there's a lot going on in connection with that. But people working on it. Y'all have any new information?
Honestly, there were a lot, at the last meeting, there were a lot of people there that
Yes.
were protesting it, and we are one of the ones as a county that are,
We have joined the
and,
petition.
but it can be very costly to do this, so the more people we get involved, the better.
You going to capital on 15?
See?
July 15th, state cap.
But that, I'm not going to go on the groundwork thing on the 25th or 6th, whatever.
What is that?
The East Texas, East Texas.
Our
Senator.
Well, our district is well aware, and their people are working on it from their side.
They had, they're gonna, that probably didn't have to do this, but the groundwater, they have a proposal to have one in my precinct, in Freestone County, in precinct, and they have tabled it to the next meeting to make a decision. This is a big impact, this has been a big impact.
Oh, it is.
I mean, they're going somewhere else.
Got the whole state's attention, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a touchy, slippery slope on
It is.
property rights.
It is.
That's the,
main deal.
I mean, you do one thing to stop one thing, how do you affect?
Sure.
You know, it's gotta be handled, it's touchy deal.
All right. Any comments from Commissioners Court members?
We should have item
We still got, like that, once gonna take a long time, Judge.
Oh,
So can we take
yeah,
about-
sorry about that, yes.
Can we take about